Alright, hello everyone. My name is Minister Hope Hopkins, and we're going to continue on in the Book of Jubilees, chapter 30. And the title says, Dinah Ravished. Isn't that terrible? It also says, Slaughter of the Shechemites, Laws Against Intermarriage, The Choice of Levi. And that's a heavy title right there. So starting in the first verse, it says, In the first year of the 6th week, Jacob traveled to Salem, east of Shechem, in peace, arriving in the 4th month. There they abducted Dinah, Jacob's daughter, into the house of Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the land. Shechem lay with her and defiled her, though she was just a child of 12 years. Isn't that terrible? He asked his father, it's the 3rd verse, he asked his father and her brothers to give her to him as a wife. Jacob and his sons were furious because of what the men of Shechem had done, defiling their sister Dinah. Though they spoke to the men of Shechem with deceitful intent, Simeon and Levi unexpectedly attacked Shechem and executed judgment on all the men there. They killed every man they found, leaving none alive, because they had dishonored their sister Dinah. Let this never happen again, that a daughter of Israel be defiled. Judgment was ordained in heaven against them. They were to destroy all the men of Shechem with the sword, because they had brought shame on Israel. The Lord delivered them into the hands of Jacob's sons, so that they could eliminate them and execute judgment, ensuring that no virgin of Israel would ever again be defiled in this way. If any man in Israel wishes to give his daughter or sister to a Gentile, he should be stoned to death, for he has brought shame on Israel. The woman shall be burned with fire for dishonoring her father's house, and she shall be cut off from Israel. Let no adultery or uncleanliness be found in Israel throughout all generations, for Israel is holy to the Lord. Any man who defiles it shall be put to death by stoning. This is ordained and written on the heavenly tablets concerning all the descendants of Israel. Whoever defiles Israel should be put to death by stoning. This law has no time limit. It cannot be revoked, and there is no atonement for it. The man who gives his child to a Gentile shall be cut off from among Israel, for he has given his offspring to Molech, and has acted wickedly. Moses, command the children of Israel not to give their daughters to Gentiles, or take Gentile daughters for their sons, for this is abominable before the Lord. For this reason I have written in the law all the deeds of the Shechemites, against Dinah, and how Jacob's sons declared, We will not give our daughter to an uncircumcised man, for that would be a disgrace to us. It is a disgrace to Israel, both for those who give and those who take daughters from the Gentiles. This is unclean and abominable to Israel. Israel will not be free from this impurity. If any man marries a Gentile woman, or gives any of his daughters to a Gentile man, if anyone does this, plagues, curses, judgments, and punishments will come upon him. If someone commits or overlooks such uncleanliness, defiles the sanctuary, or profanes God's holy name, the entire nation will be judged for the uncleanliness and, I don't know what this word is. It's broke up on me. Let me see.
Profanation.
Oh, profanation. Okay. Of that person. There would be no favoritism or partiality. The Lord will not accept fruits, offerings, burnt offerings, fat, or sweet aromas from such a person. That is how it would be for any man or woman in Israel who defiles the sanctuary. This is why I have commanded you, saying, declare this testimony to Israel. See what happened to the Shechemites and their sons, how, how they were delivered into the hands of Jacob's 2 sons, who killed them under torture. This was counted as righteousness for them, and is recorded as such. The tribe of Levi was chosen for the priesthood, and to be Levites, to minister before the Lord always. Levi and his sons will be blessed forever, for he was zealous to execute righteous judgment and vengeance against all who rose up against Israel. So they record this in his favor on the heavenly tablets as a blessing and recognition of righteousness before the God of all. We will remember his righteousness throughout all periods of the year for 1,000 generations. It will be recorded for him and his descendants after him, and he has been inscribed on the heavenly tablets as a friend and righteous man. Oh, isn't that something? I have written all this for you and have commanded you to tell the children of Israel not to sin or break the ordinances or the covenant established for them. They should fulfill it and be recorded as friends. Isn't that nice? It reminds you of Abraham, friend of God. As it says, continue on in verse 22. But if they transgress and act impurely in any way, they will be recorded on the heavenly tablets as adversaries. They will be erased from the book of life and recorded with those destined for destruction and removal from the earth. On the day when Jacob's sons killed Shechem, a record was made in heaven in their favor that they had carried out righteousness, justice, and vengeance against the sinners. It was counted as a blessing. They bought out their sister Dinah from Shechem's house and seized everything in Shechem, their sheep, oxen, donkeys, all their wealth and flocks, and brought everything to their father Jacob. Jacob scolded them for putting the city to the sword, as he feared retaliation from the people of the land, the Canaanites and the Perizzites. But the dread of the Lord fell upon all the cities surrounding Shechem, and they did not pursue Jacob's sons, for terror had overtaken them. And guys, that concludes chapter 30. Now, wasn't that a good chapter, guys? Well, Lord willing, we'll be continuing on in chapter 31, Book of Jubilees, next week, Lord willing. So you guys take care, as always. We're praying for you, and we love you guys. So take care.